I don't really like boats. The concept of a giant hunk of metal astray in the ocean just doesn't sit right with me. The sea is a wild, uncontrollable thing. It's not meant for us, but we try and conquer it anyway. It's a foolish endeavor, but humanity never seems to stop pursuing it. Seafarers are 12 times more likely to die than those who stay safely on land. Yet we venture out again and again, feeding ourselves to disaster after disaster, building bigger and bigger boats in a futile hope to gain some control. I should introduce myself. My name is Masayuki Daiju. I'm a part of something called the Ultimate Talent Cultivation Plan, the UTCP for short. It's a scheme run by the prestigious Help Speak Academy to allow international and uniquely situated students to study an accelerated version of the Academy's usual curriculum. The only conditions are that you have to be under 21 and an ultimate, a person so absurdly talented in their field that they're recognized internationally as the peak of that particular skill or practice. The only issue is, I'm not really an ultimate. Not anymore. My official title is the Ultimate X Ultimate. I've held many ultimate talents in the past, but at present, I have no talent. I'm nothing. But for some reason, I was there. I stood before the most opulent vehicle I had ever seen, a monumental cruise liner named the SS Vorpal. As unsettling as I found it, it was actually going to be my home for the next 6 months, living amongst 15 other ultimates for the duration of the program. Despite my unease, something about it mesmerized me. I stared at it for so long that I thought it might leave without me. In retrospect, it would have been better if it did. I can't remember getting on the ship. I just remember darkness, and then a classroom. It was like one you'd find in any high school, just slightly off. Cameras in the corners of the room, small porthole windows bolted down with no mechanism to open and that only let in a minimal amount of light, and at the front, a dusty blackboard that seemed like it hadn't seen use in years. I could have rationalized it, made myself believe I got on the ship and somehow just drifted off in an abandoned classroom, but I don't have enough hope in me to believe a delusion like that. I knew immediately something bigger must be going on. A flyer? Ultimate mixer party? A mixer was the last thing I wanted to be doing, but it was a good opportunity. Not only to get to know the classmates I'd be stuck living with, but also to find out if they had any idea what could really be going on here.
Oh, hi.
My first impression of my fellow students came in the form of a brightly colored eyesore, a bundle of blonde hair wrapped up in an orange cardigan. I'm sure if Sunshine were a person, it'd look something like her.
Are you one of the ultimates?
What if I'm not?
That'd be fine. I'm just a little lost trying to find the mixer.
It's in the ballroom. Didn't you read the flyer?
I did. I just kinda sorta have no idea where that is.
And why would I?
Good point! Hey, at least that means we're in the same boat, right? That wasn't... I mean, we are literally in the same boat, but...
Why'd you ask me if I was one of the ultimates? Are you not one yourself?
Oh, sorry. Looks like my manners went straight out the window. I'm Kokoro Uehara. And technically, yeah, I'm an ultimate. The ultimate hope, to be exact. Though, that title doesn't really sit right with me. So, you can consider me just Kokoro.
Hope, huh? Doesn't really sit right with me either. I'm Masayuki Daiju, Ultimate X Ultimate.
No way! You're that guy! You played for Japan in the World Cup, right?
Yep. When I was 15.
Wow, that's an ultimate for you.
X Ultimate. I quit after breaking both my legs in a car accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It looks like you're walking just fine now, though.
Speaking of, weren't we going to the ballroom?
Right, sorry. So, how about we get a head start on the mixer? Get to know each other a little.
It seems like you already know enough about me.
There's plenty more to know. Let's start simple. What's your favorite color?
I don't have favorite anythings. Too much attachment.
Well, if it's easier, what color don't you like?
I don't like bright colors.
I could have guessed that. Aren't you going to ask me back?
Why? It's an inane question.
It might be important later. What if we gotta buy each other gifts someday, but we don't know what color to get it in? What?
Nothing. That's a very reasonable answer.
Hey, this is it. How did you find it so fast?
I used to entertain on cruises.
Oh, really?
Is that surprising?
I mean, a little. What'd you do?
I was the ultimate juggler.
Really? You had 2 ultimates?
I've had 27.
No way! That's amazing! That's gotta be a record, right?
They weren't simultaneous. I had one, then lost it, then gained a new one, then lost it. 27 times until I finally stopped and broke the cycle.
But you're the ultimate ex-ultimate now, right? You still got...
Weren't we going inside?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Wait.
Huh?
Did you notice anything strange about how you got here?
Huh? Strange? Now that you mention it, I woke up in the classroom.
Me too. Why do you figure that is?
I guess we just got tired and fell asleep.
Do you remember falling asleep?
Well, no. That's the weird thing. Do you think...
Don't worry about it.
Are you worrying about it?
Of course I am.
You should have said something.
I just did, didn't I? There's more to it too. Did you come here with anything? A phone, wallet, etc.?
Yeah, and now that you mention it, they're gone.
Exactly. Something's up with this ship.
There's a bunch of other people in here to ask. Maybe they'll have some kind of explanation.
I suppose our only option is to speak with them and gather more intel.
Well, at least you have an icebreaker.
When I entered the ballroom, I found it filled to the brim with eccentric individuals, my fellow ultimates. None of them seemed at all concerned with the strange happenings around them, at least not openly. It was odd, so I decided to just observe and not involve myself with them. However, one of them insisted on involving themselves with me.
What are you supposed to be?
Their unusual voice cut through the chatter of the mixer. I was immediately intrigued by the figure before me. Not an inch of their skin was on display, shrouded head to toe in dark clothing that seemed to absorb the light around them. They lacked a face, only a mask with a bold question mark, inviting me to wonder about the true nature of the being underneath. I could ask you the same thing.
Hey, buddy. I asked you first. Be polite now, would ya?
Masayuki Daiju, Ultimate X Ultimate. Now you.
Sorry. Can't tell you.
You can't even tell me your name and talent.
Nope.
Can't or don't want to.
A bit of both. Mystery is kind of my whole deal. I'm the ultimate...
They tapped their mask. The ultimate question mark?
Let's say ultimate... Enigma. Sounds cooler.
That's counterintuitive. If your identity is such a secret, why come here? 6 months with all these people, surely someone's gonna catch on to you.
I'd like to see you guys try. Trust me. Asking questions like, what am I? Who am I? That'll do you more harm than good.
I'll keep that in mind.
Besides, it's weirder that you're here. I mean, you've screwed up this ultimate thing 27 times already.
What the hell?
No! You've got it all wrong!
A flat blade? In that situation, you're out of your mind.
My attempts to crack the ultimate enigma were rudely interrupted by an argument erupting just in front of me. 2 well-toned, salt-of-the-earth types. One, a tall blonde man in a dirt-soaked green bandana. The other one, a young woman in practical brown leather. Slight, but all lean muscle.
Not if it's been raining! You'll just mush up the damn soil if you're swinging one of them around in wet conditions!
That doesn't make a bloody difference.
I had intended to ignore them, but my frustration got the better of me. What the hell are you two blathering about?
Shovels.
Yeah!
Be more specific.
Okay, so this is the scenario. You're digging an 8x12 hole in wet conditions. Do you use a flat blade or a spade?
Okay, what's the hole for?
Excavation,
Planting!
obviously.
Well, which one is it?
Well, we didn't exactly...
We sorta just jumped straight into the hole talk.
Obviously, it'll depend on the purpose of the hole. If you want an aesthetically pleasing one, use a flat, square blade. If you want depth, the spade is more efficient at carving the earth.
I guess we had that whole debate for nothing, eh?
Sonny MacMillan, ultimate florist.
Jackie Taylor, ultimate spelunker.
You didn't even introduce yourselves before you started arguing?
You know how it is. When your passion takes over, you just get lost in it.
And you two are passionate about dirt? Suppose that tracks for a spelunker and a florist.
Why'd you say florist like that? You got some kind of problem?
No. Why would I?
Yeah, why would you?
Wow, you seem like you know a lot about holes. What's your talent?
Oh, I've got it. Ultimate gravedigger.
That's a bloody good guess. I was thinking the same.
Huh. Funnily enough, I was for a time. But nowadays I'm the ultimate ex-ultimate. Masayuki Daiju.
Ha! I knew it! You've got that creepy gravedigger vibe down perfectly.
For real? You got any more digging wisdom you can give us?
Is it true corpses make for good fertilizer?
I looked around for an escape route. I wasn't quite sure what possessed me to attend this program, but I knew for sure it wasn't to talk about dirt. Thankfully, my savior came in the form of Kokoro Uehara.
Hey, guys, do you mind if I borrow Masayuki for a sec? I've got someone who really wants to meet him.
Sure.
No problem.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. It's kind of my fault for introducing those two in the first place.
Kokoro led me to another duo. An unimpressive but handsome young man with blue hair and a modified school uniform discussing something with another, taller man. He managed to exert an obnoxious swagger just by standing there, a pair of sunglasses on his head and a red jacket swinging from his shoulders. From just a look, I couldn't stand him.
No way. There he is! Sorry, Kojiro. Give me a minute.
He rushed over to me, brushing his companion aside. He grabbed my hand immediately, looking me dead in the eye as he shook it. If I was anyone else, I'm sure I'd have been very charmed.
Masayuki Daiju, right? I have one of your paintings. You wouldn't believe how much I had to pay for it.
You were a painter?
I was. Then I went blind for 2 years.
But that enhanced your hearing, so you became an ultimate musician. Cello or violin or something, right?
You seem to know an awful lot about my career.
Of course I do. Following careers is my whole thing.
He slipped me a business card.
Ji-yeong Park, ultimate manager.
From behind him, blue hair piped up.
Kojiro Nakasawa, Ultimate Idol? Although you probably heard of me already.
I hadn't.
So what brings you here? What do you even do these days? Last I checked, you basically dropped off the face of the earth.
I'm the ultimate ex-ultimate now.
That's a weird way to define yourself. Surely there's more to you than all those X-talents.
No, not really. Is there more to you than being the ultimate idol?
ji-yeong, when you're done with Masayuki here, can we get back to what we were discussing?
Yeah, of course.
He shook Kojiro's hand like he did mine, causing him to light up with excitement. Whatever this guy had, it was infectious.
Sucks to hear, though. If you ever want to get back in the Ultimate Talent game, maybe we could work together. It'd be a shame for a man with your potential to go to waste.
No.
I'm sure he'll think about it.
Sure.
Great. I'll catch you two later.
Since when did you speak for me?
Sorry, just trying to help. Did you ask everyone about the blackout?
Not yet. I got caught up in all this.
They're certainly an interesting group, huh?
Makes you wonder, though, where are the rest? There should be 16 of us.
I just figured they haven't got here yet.
For now, let's just gather everyone here together. Figure out who knows what. Maybe they'll know something we don't about the other students.
Sure. Why are you looking at me like that?
Bringing people together seems to be more your style than mine.
That's fair.
Kokoro gathered everyone up as I asked. Everyone took a little time to settle and get introduced. As time crept on, more unease crept in with it.
That's weird. The others should be here by now, right?
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's like half of us missing.
They're probably just not here yet. It's no big deal.
Doubtful. We haven't seen anyone else on the ship yet, have we?
Maybe the pressure got to them already, and they threw themselves overboard.
Or they haven't made it on the ship yet.
No, Japan was the last stop for pickups. You guys should have been the last ones on.
No, we all got on alone. At least, I think we did.
If I'm honest, I don't even remember getting on the boat.
The air around us grew cold. The party atmosphere died a painful death immediately.
Ooh, creepy.
If you know anything about this, please illuminate us.
Nope, I'm just as in the dark as you are. Or am I?
Oi! This isn't the time for jokes like that!
What's a big guy like you getting scared about?
What? You saying big guys can't get scared? Huh?
Hey, let's take stock here. None of us remember getting on the boat. Half of us are missing, and there's no sign of any teachers or staff.
Not to mention, all the windows are bolted shut, our belongings are missing, and the on-ship radios don't work.
You didn't think to bring all that up before? Like when we first got here?
You guys didn't look? First thing I did was sneak around, looking for secrets.
The room seemed to quiver under an immense weight. Everyone's bodies seemed to grow heavy. This was our first taste of collective despair. The despair of the unknown.
Alright, let's not get too worked up about it. They could just be keeping stuff off limits until after the welcome ceremony. There's bound to be some kind of explanation.
Oh, there'll be an explanation, but I'd give up on it making sense.
Sure enough, in that moment, the world stopped making sense. Beneath us, the floorboards cracked and split open, slowly dragged apart by some mechanism. We backed up. Some of us ran, pounding desperately and fearfully at the locked doors behind us, to no avail.
Why the hell is there a sinkhole on a boat?
Don't look at me!
Get to the edges, quick!
Despite everything, we all managed to escape to the edge of the room. Left with no other option, we all stared into the deep, dark abyss. After an agonizing wait, something flew out. Half black, half white. Some kind of stuffed penguin.
Good penguin class! Course Director Mono Pengu reporting in.
As he landed, the floor closed up perfectly beneath him in a well-orchestrated maneuver. Whoever was behind this, they were coordinated.
Force Director?
You bet it, Blondie! I'm the one running this show. Starting from now, I'm the god of your UTCP experience.
A talking penguin? How the hell does that work?
Please save all questions until the end.
Where's the rest of the class? What the hell did you do to them?
Please save all questions until the end.
This all a trick, isn't it? You kidnapped us, didn't you?
In a black and white flash, Mono Pengu was already in front of Kotaro.
Please save all questions until the end.
With a curled-up flipper, he punched Kojiro hard in the stomach. He fell to the floor, coughing and crying. That shut all of us up pretty quick.
Now, I'm sure all of you have been looking forward to the Ultimate Talent Cultivation Plan. A fun-filled semester of socializing, studying, becoming the best you can be. And this will be coming as advertised, but with one teensy little change. You're not just here for one semester, you're here for life! That's right! Wave goodbye to your old lives, your families, friends, homes. We're leaving them all behind on this non-stop cruise to Talent Town!
His shrill voice blared with malevolence as he raved on. We all had so much running through our heads, so much to say, but we held our tongues. We simply stared at the thing. Somehow its smile seemed to have twisted into a more sadistic one.
But Mono Pengu, I hear you cry. I love my family. I've got a broad back home waiting for me. I can't live on a boat forever. I'm scared of fish. Blah, 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 blah. I understand this swashbuckling life on the sea isn't for everyone, and lucky for you landlubbers, there's a way out for anyone who wants to leave. All you've gotta do is kill one of your classmates. It's that simple.
Glancing around the room, all I could see was an expression all too familiar to me. The initial shock from a fresh taste of despair. Everyone's features had dropped, the life in their eyes snuffed. every one of them struggling with the fact that we had stepped through the looking glass with no way back.
That's right, folks! All you've gotta do to escape an eternity of aimlessly roaming the open ocean is to kill one of your peers. It's a good old-fashioned killing game!
A game?! This is all a game to ya?!
Of course not! It's a game to you! You're the ones playing after all, and like any game, there are some rules.
Out of the pit, a large screen rose up. Written on it were the killing game's rules. 1. Students will live out the remainder of their lives on the SS Vorpal. 2. The only exception to Rule 1 is if a student successfully performs and gets away with the murder or murderers of a fellow classmate. In this case, they may graduate from the Ultimate Talent Cultivation Plan and earn their freedom. 3. After 3 people have discovered a body, a class trial will be held. All living students must attend. 4. Students who have performed killings are designated as blackened. When a blackened student is successfully identified in a class trial, they will be executed. If they are not identified, the rest of the class will be executed. 5. It is forbidden to throw any object or person overboard. 6. Breaking any of the above rules or harming course director Monopengu is punishable by swift and painful death.
A class trial? Like court?
Exactly! It's a beautiful collaborative form of justice where each of you will work together to solve the case and suss out the blackened. You kids get to be the judge, jury, and, well, I'm the executioner, but it's up to you to put someone on the chopping block.
And if we vote someone who isn't the blackened?
Executed. Every single one of us.
No way.
There's no way this is real. I mean, a killing game? It's like something out of a horror movie. This must be fake, right?
She looked desperately at me, but I had no hope to offer her. I shook my head. I doubt it. If this thing got us here, it's not much of a stretch to assume it can keep us here. That cold, cruel logic made it really sink in for my classmates. They were doomed to live the rest of their lives meaninglessly on this floating prison. Everything had been stripped from them. All their dreams, ambitions, and relationships torn from them forever. They shut down. Their minds couldn't seem to comprehend what had been laid out before them. Reality was falling apart, and all their nightmares were replacing it. Only Kokoro seemed to hold out.
If we all get along, no one has to get hurt, right?
What?
It's horrible to think we won't be able to go home, but we're not in danger, right?
That's right! So long as you obey the rules, I won't directly harm any of you. Not to mention I'll provide plenty of supplies, so starvation is a no-go.
Really? That's great.
Great? How could you even...
That's assuming a lot. We don't know what everyone here is capable of. Hell, even if we hold out, who's to say the others will?
Desperation, isolation, straight up cabin fever. There's a lot of ways you can go crazy in here. And now that the idea's in our heads,
We can get out of our heads. It's not ideal, but if we all work together, we can get through this.
Get through this? To what end? To die forgotten in the middle of the ocean? No thanks.
It's too early to be thinking like that, Kojiro.
Exactly. I mean, what if the ship hits land one day? We haven't even met the others. Maybe they can help.
Everyone spoke around me, but I hardly listened. I just burned a stare into Kokoro. Her attitude in the face of such a hopeless situation. It was incomprehensible to me. Aggravating, even. I didn't understand how someone could even think the way she did with such a horrible truth looming over them. Sure enough, she earned the title of Ultimate Hope.
Hit land, huh?
what's so funny? You got somewhere in mind?
What was that? Maybe the others can help. Great idea! How about I introduce you?
Wait a second! We're still talking!
I'll let you kiddos get acquainted. Remember, don't kill each other all at once.
Wait, damn it! Wait!
On the other side of the room, an entire wall slowly collapsed downward. On the other side, an identical room, and within, 8 more students. They wore the same despair-ridden faces as us, eyes wide and paranoid, expressions dark and ice-cold. Clearly, they'd just received the same horrific message we had. The room exploded into talk. Too many voices, all trying to make sense of themselves and each other.
Guys, calm down. One at a time, please.
I elected to ignore the others. I checked for escape routes, made a quick note of everyone around me. All 16 of us were... No, one of us was missing.
Let's all quiet down for a second.
The whole ballroom fell instantly into darkness. What the...
It's pitch black in here! I can't see anything!
Hey, don't touch me!
Ow!
What the hell was that?
Calm down. I'll go find the light switch.
Bodies bumped and shuffled in the darkness. There was no telling who was where or what they were doing. It was utter chaos.
Everyone just stop for a second.
And chaos is a cruel thing.
I'm almost there.
Chaos is despair's greatest ally. There's nothing more crushing than an unpredictable tragedy. I should know. My life has been nothing but a series of them.
Got it.
When the lights came back up, we were all mixed together. Our two groups merged into one uneasy mass of people. And at the center...
Kokoro?
Oh my god.
Another tragedy. Kokoro Uehara lay at my feet, a bloody pile on the floor. She was the first victim of the violence brought on by this killing game. Chaos had once again beget despair.
Thank you for tuning in to the exciting maiden voyage of Danganronpa S.O.S. There's plenty more chaos to come, so be sure to subscribe for more chills, thrills, and most importantly, kills! You can always unsubscribe later, but if you do that, I'll make sure you regret it by making even better videos. With that aside, I have another important announcement. We are casting voice actors. That's right. If you'd like a chance to set sail on an ocean of despair yourself, please check out our casting call for episode 2 in the description. I look forward to hearing all of your despair-filled cries. Well, that's all from me. I've got to get back to running the killing game. If I leave those kids unattended too long, who knows? They might even escape. As if.